the scary-eyed genius from the forgotten heart. Heavy clouds loomed over the eastern skies of Pamela's compound, rumbling like stomach after skipping lunch. Clearly, the heavens were preparing for a thunderous performance. Pamela sat on a worn stool outside her house, chin buried in her hands, her eyes fixed on nothing and everything. Her belly protruded in a way that whispered secrets past the 9-month pregnancy mark. Meanwhile, her husband, Olunje, lounged across the compound with his beloved wife, Adipo, like a king who had long forgotten his dethroned queen. They chuckled as their sons Opio and Odongo played hopscotch, unaware of the storm brewing in more places than the sky. Pamela had been in the marriage for years, childless, patient, and punished. Her barrenness had become the village's favorite rumor and Olunje's worst excuse. So, he had brought in a newer model, Adipo, with a fertile womb and a sharper tongue. He now listened more to her and their twin tornadoes, leaving Pamela to talk mostly to herself and her belly. As Pamela sat clutching her bump, a dull ache ripped through her, then paused, then returned. She called out weakly, "My husband!" Olunje turned like a bored referee at a one-sided match, glanced at her, and without a word slipped into Adipo's house. The boys followed, giggling. Left in the drizzle, Pamela dragged herself into her round grass-thatched hut. The sky finally broke, and so did her waters. Alone but prepared, because loneliness had trained her like no midwife ever could. She gave birth by herself. With quiet courage, she cut the umbilical cord, bathed, and settled in to feed her baby. Her face was pale, but her spirit glowed. The next morning, something was off. Pamela, known to wake before the rooster even rubbed his eyes, had not opened her door. The rain had softened the ground, perfect for planting. At the crack of dawn, Olunje and Adipo, fueled by dreams of bountiful harvest, rose to till the land. Before leaving, Odongo and Opio locked Pamela's door from the outside. "Lazy Bones is still sleeping," Opio scoffed. "And she wonders why father doesn't love her?" Odongo chimed in. They both clicked their tongues in a rehearsed duet. By noon, the sun bullied them out of the farm. Sweaty and tired, they returned home, expecting a showdown with the lazy queen. "She locked herself in again," Olunje grumbled. "I knew it," Adipo hissed. "Rain and laziness go hand in hand." But when they got closer, they noticed the door was locked with a stick from the outside. From inside, Pamela's faint voice called out, "Somebody, open for me." Olunje, already angry, kicked the door open like a village bouncer. He stormed in, only to freeze. There she lay, pale but glowing, with a baby cradled in her arms. "Eh, who locked this door?" he mumbled, suddenly shy. I don't know," Pamela lied with the innocence of exhaustion. "Is it a girl or a boy?" he asked sheepishly. "A girl," she whispered. Olunje's fell deflated like a bad balloon. Without another word, he turned and walked out. Pamela wept, not for herself anymore, but for her daughter. God, what did I do to deserve this? She sobbed, but even as tears fell, determination rose. She would raise this girl, alone if need be. There were vegetables in her garden and strength in her heart. It would be enough. Olunje, Adipo and the twin bullies stayed away, but the village rallied behind Pamela. Neighbors brought her food, water, clothes, and hope. They became the family she never had. Her daughter Akelo grew up resilient. She had her mother's backbone and unfortunately her father's face. With bulging eyes and lips that could scare a hyena, she was teased mercilessly. "You are bright, but your eyes will scare off employers," sneered one girl. Pamela tried to defend her, but Adipo's gang always turned the mockery on both of them. Akelo cried often until one day Mr. Otieno, her kind teacher, caught her sobbing. "They are jealous," he said gently. "Their grades are low and your future is bright. Don't let their noise dim your light." That day, Akelo made a vow. "I will succeed. I will silence them, not with words, but with greatness." And she did. Her performance in school silenced even the loudest mouths. Teachers adored her. Students admired her. But back at home, she remained invisible to Olunje and his clan. One day, Opio and Odongo decided to start trouble. They hid Olunje's favorite cat and accused Akelo. "I saw her walk off with it," Odongo lied. "Yes, towards the gate," added Opio. Olunje stormed into Pamela's house, dragging Akelo out with kicks and slaps. "Where's my cat, thief?" he bellowed. "I didn't take anything," Akelo cried. Pamela begged, but Olunje silenced her with a glare. Akelo's foreign sponsors heard about the incident and were horrified. They flew her out of the country. She completed her studies abroad, eventually earning a master's degree and a prestigious job with an international organization. Back home, Kama worked overtime. Odongo and Opio's lies became legendary. They stole, framed others, and caused chaos until the village had had enough. After wrongly accusing a villager of theft, an angry mob demanded justice, not from the boys, but from the entire Olunje family. Pamela pleaded for mercy on their behalf, but even the villagers said, "You are too kind. They never lifted a finger for you." When Akelo heard, she returned home. "Our people," she began. "Our daughter," they replied. "I beg for mercy on behalf of my family. Let us not fight darkness with more darkness. Forgive them." And because it was Akelo speaking, they forgave. Olunje and Adipo tried to kneel, but Akelo gently stopped them. "No need. I hold no grudge. Go home in peace." She returned abroad with Pamela. Olunje and Adipo were never the same. Depression consumed them. Their sons were jailed for repeated theft. But when they were released, it was Pamela and Akelo who nursed them back to health. It was only then that the once proud family realized they had wasted their love on the wrong values and overlooked the only light that could have saved them. And that's the end of the story.